Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. The #2 food podcast in all of Qatar. Say hello, Grease.
What's up, everybody? I might have thought it was Qatar.
Well, depends if you're British or not.
Qatar. But it's what is it?
Well, it depends on who you're asking. If you're like a British
Qatar?
colonialist, then you can say Qatar. Or if
Qatar.
you're like, you want to be like a little bit more legit, you say Qatar. But not with a southern accent, like Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah.
All right. Is that for real how they say it?
Uh-huh.
Well,
It has sounds that we don't have in our alphabet.
okay, so this all checks out.
Yeah.
Mass confusion going on in Qatar.
Well, they're
And
probably we're very popular according to the list.
Number
so
2
now
podcast
now we're dropping
in food in Qatar.
No, Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah. So now that we've lost that entire audience by alienating them, we appreciate you listening.
Welcome, Qatar.
Yep. Grace, what you doing?
What do you mean? What
are you doing?
What am I doing?
What
Well,
have you been up to?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hung out
Coming in hot.
I hung out with a couple of whiskey guys this weekend. I sure did. I hung out with Dustin Pede, Preston, Adcock, and Conrad Morgan.
Yeah.
And they were great. We played golf a little bit.
I seen that.
We might have had some pours in the parking lot.
Yeah.
We might have continued pours.
Do you drink whiskey on the golf course? Or just some beer?
I had 1 ounce.
Okay.
I felt good. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to play good.
Also, it was miserably hot.
It was very hot. We only played 9 holes, and we all looked at each other and we were like, that was a great decision.
Yeah. I think
100%.
18 would have been rough.
Yeah.
Because y'all didn't start till like 10, right? What time did you start?
10:30.
Yeah. Well, it's even later.
Even
So if you had
later, it was
another
hot.
18, I mean, all the way to
Yeah, you don't want to be freaking finishing 18 holes around 3 p.m.
Not on a day like that day.
No.
Hot.
Nope.
Yeah, I went out on the kayak, did a little fishing,
Yeah.
got some fishing in. The fish were like, it's too hot, go home.
Yeah.
Caught a few things, mostly like babies, because they were dumb enough to take the bait.
I've seen some video footage.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah.
Will is it's like an overhead shot and he's casting out there. Gorgeous cast.
Yeah.
He nails a fish. He switches to the front camera, which, by the way, is a little promiscuous.
You know,
And then
man spreading a little bit.
He then proceeds to take off this little brim bluegill. What?
Yeah, that was a bluegill.
Bluegill,
which is a brim.
right? And then it starts going crazy, and you just see Will in the video going, "Whoa!" And it dropped.
You know, when you're out on the river around here, you can tell the people that are transplants from not the South.
Okay.
When they've moved here and they're out fishing, and you're like, "You catch anything?" And they're like, "Just some sunfish." And then you say, "I'm like, but
They ain't called sunfish
right,
here."
right." But then the others like, "You catch anything?" They're like, "Just some brim," and you're like, "My man."
Okay. Yeah. So California says sunfish.
Sunfish.
They love the sun.
Well, it is technically, I think that what we call brim are also sunfish. Like, it's not inaccurate. It's just not what we call them. I'm going to be honest with
that's
you.
why
I don't think brim comes from the Latin.
That's why I don't like this these domesticated freshwater fish.
Okay.
Because there's no unification.
What are you talking about?
There's no there's no you can call that fish whatever you want in another state.
Yeah, you can do that with the ocean fish too.
No, it's it's in international waters.
No, first of all, you telling me Chilean sea bass doesn't have multiple names? Look up what Chilean sea bass was.
That didn't even sound like a fish.
Before PR got a hold of it.
Chilean what?
Sea bass. It's on every menu. You've never heard of Chilean
It's on
sea bass?
every menu.
Yes.
Name one fast food restaurant that has Chilean
sea bass.
Sea bass.
Yeah. Correct. Not on fast food menus. That's probably just some halibut, some cod.
It's on every menu.
But, I mean, also, any menu that you order snapper off of, unless you're seeing that whole fish, most likely not actually red snapper. That is the most
Can't they get
counterfeited
sued for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The restaurants technically, I don't think can because it's the providers that are lying about it. But the biggest olive oil, I think, is the most counterfeited product in the world. Like, if you're getting
It's
extra,
cheap. Like,
Not the
Not
real.
if you're doing gallons.
Here's why it's cheap, because they're defrauding you. You're not getting actual like pure olive oil
At Costco?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Kirkland brand is a
What?
fraud?
I don't know. I cannot speak to Kirkland signature brand olive oil, but I do
It's
know
$12 for a half gallon.
that could be a problem.
Right. I understand.
But olive oil I think is the number one like counterfeited product, and then number two is it may not be number two, but it's in like the top 10 is Red Snapper. Like that name is used and it's sold in grocery stores, on menus everywhere as Red Snapper, and it typically is not actually Red Snapper. It's unfortunate. It's a sad state of affairs. But that's why you got to go to the source. You got to catch it yourself.
Okay, so you are saying
I am.
Red Snapper of the Sea is like George T. Stagg of whiskey.
Explain this analogy, because
Counterfeit.
George E. Stagg's not counterfeit.
It's worth counterfeiting.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it is worth counterfeiting. Yes.
Right.
Yes. That is inaccurate.
I have this little ledger
I'm going to find a headline
in my pocket.
right, just quickly.
Well, in my wallet.
Yeah.
And I keep up with everything that I can. What'd you just say?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That you can counterfeit.
Oh yeah. I put everything on that list that pops up in my mind that says, I could probably counterfeit that.
Here's CNBC from 2 years ago. Or this is from 2018, rather. Sorry, I thought it was 21. Think that fish you just bought for dinner is snapper? It could be a fake.
Could.
Wall Street Journal.
That's soft language in the
2016.
political world. Soft language.
You think you bought red snapper? Don't be so sure.
Also soft language.
This is from the government, National Institutes of Health.
Okay.
Hell.
It's from the government. From hell.
I don't know if you can trust the NIH, but what? That's going to get us flagged. High proportion of red snappers sold in North Carolina mislabeled. This was just from.
Okay, so that's factual. That actually happened. Not these stupid clickbait titles you clicked on.
Houston Press. Before you eat that red snapper, the fish is plagued by fraud.
Okay. Hang on. Let's
Today's
sub William LaRue Weller BTAC in for fish for red snapper.
All right. Before you drink that William LaRue Weller, the whiskey is plagued by fraud.
Okay, that's less cool.
But today's catch. Red Snapper fakes. That's from 2004. This has been a long-standing problem.
This is a existential threat.
The Guardian, is your fish a fake? How to spot seafood fraud and what to do if you're suspicious.
Let me go ahead and tell you what I can't do at a restaurant is spot a fake red snapper.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure this is cod.
Food fraud is a $50 billion annual industry, and you're probably eating some. Whether you've eaten lobster substitute at Red Lobster or bought less than 100% Parmesan cheese from Walmart, the fake food industry probably impacts your life. This isn't Kobe beef is the number one according to this. This is Business Insider, so I don't know if they if it's like actual ranked or not. Number 2, red snapper. Number 3, truffles.
Okay, truffles make sense because
Like
that's
a lot-
expensive.
so
Those are worth fibbing.
Truffle oil typically has no black truffle in it at all. Like when they put truffle oil on fries and stuff, it's typically a truffle flavoring. It has like no trace.
So they are making bank.
Oh, yeah, because then they're charging you $20 for some French fries that they put some fake truffle oil on.
Right.
Yeah, it still tastes good.
It still does taste good. It's like butter.
All right.
You know.
I mean,
It's like movie theater butter.
If you fry and then soak that red snapper in some butter, I mean, the fake red snapper tastes all right.
It does.
I still eat it.
It does taste pretty good.
But yeah, I love when I like reveal a little bit of something that just blows your mind.
I don't know if we're in mind-blowing territory. But we're getting real close.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty that things like that are that counterfeited, like things that you interact with potentially on a weekly basis. Parmesan cheese, red snapper and olive oil. I mean, truffles, I understand if that's not on your and Kobe
Are
beef.
Cheez-Its fine?
Cheez-Its, let's be honest, I don't think Cheez-Its are putting off any pretense of being something they're not. They're delicious.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're trying to say that they're like
fake.
Right, like they're trying to say there's some high quality Asiago or something.
Is Asiago cheese on Counterfeit?
No, I'm just saying Cheez-Its aren't trying to say we're like some, really good cheese.
My sandwich at Panera almost just got screwed over. We're fine though.
Oh yeah, you're like, man, that was just American cheese the whole time.
That was dadgum. No, the Asiago roast beef sandwich.
Oh, love it. Love it.
The grilled onions on it.
The horseradish sauce on there.
All right, let's talk about some whiskey.
Nah, they're still going to stick with the food for a minute.
We're going to get to it later, but we Will bought some accompaniments.
Yeah, and for those of you
accoutrements,
accoutrement.
Accoutrement.
What he's got is this. He was holding up this Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey mixed with Coca-Cola premium premix cocktail. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a side by side with.
Yeah, we're going to make our own
Coca-Cola and.
Yeah. Hang on, we're going to need Jack.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need Jack for that. While you're saying that, I had this revelation. I can't wait to get your input on it. I had a breakfast sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit yesterday. And I opted for specific. Like they had all sorts of cheese options, and I opted for the American cheese. Because I actually think American cheese, while
biscuit is great,
it's given a bad rap, is a delicious piece of cheese.
Yeah, white American. How else are you gonna make yellow? How else are you gonna make cheese dip like you get at Mexican restaurants in the South?
I don't think that's American cheese. That's
white American cheese. Oh yeah,
no.
Talk to them.
I will.
That's why they call it cheese dip. It's not even from their country. They have no idea. They call it queso, but it's not even that.
They don't call it cheese dip.
It's not even that kind of queso.
Yeah, no, it's the.
How do you feel about barrel proof Jack Daniels?
Is that all you have? You have no 94 proof single barrel? I don't think you have none. Oh, do you have the bonded? Somewhere?
Oh, that would be
That would be the smarter.
That would be the one.
You do have
that. Would be the one.
Yeah, let's do bonded instead of barrel proof. Because I want it to at least be a fair fight.
All right.
I'm going to crack these open.
All right. What about a 94 proof?
I said, yeah, 94
Dude,
proof.
I've got them, man. I love Jack Daniels.
94 proof is fine. Where's that one from?
Oh, speaking of, this is a Southern Whiskey Society.
Oh, from 2020?
Yeah, so Southern Whiskey Society is coming up here in late August. You can go to southernwhiskeysociety.com. We are going.
It smells good.
Or at least I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I think I am going to be there as well.
He's going to be there as well. We're going to be walking around.
There's some work potential conflicts, but I think I'm going to be good.
Okay.
But yeah, should be.
We're going to be walking around, tasting some whiskey. We're going to probably podcast for a few minutes.
I got a message from someone that is considering making the pilgrimage that you will lose your mind.
Are we talking someone from Canada?
Yes.
Yeah. On the West Canadian side?
Yes.
Indeed. He reached out to me too. If he shows up, that'll be great. Yeah. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. All right. So
we're talking about Andrew West and Asia.
Yep. It is the 26th of August, I believe, correct? Here in Franklin, Tennessee.
I have it on my phone.
We're bad with details. Yeah. Tiny.
Well,
that's what happens when you talk with this.
I don't want to get the date wrong. Like
I'm 99% sure it is August 26th. It's 26th. Saturday.
That is confirmed.
Here in Franklin, Tennessee.
I'm thinking about maybe getting some guys together Saturday morning and maybe go play some golf. We'll do that. Maybe there'll be a Nook party afterwards, or there might be, maybe the Friday night before. And then Will and I are going to put our heads together and see if there's something we can do afterwards to hang out.
If you want to go to southernwhiskeysociety.com. We're going to hopefully have Tiny on here in the next week or so. I think we should talk to him, see if we can get him on in the next week or so. Because I think it'd be fun for you to hear from the man himself who's taking the vision and running with it. But let's do a cork pop.
I like that we're not putting it on ice.
Well, the Coke is already cold, and this came out of the cooler at the liquor store.
Right.
So, okay, this is 7% alcohol, the pre-canned.
Yeah.
So 7% of our glass needs to be whiskey.
Okay, that feels big. That
You think that I actually know what percentage?
this was made with old number 7 too. We're talking 80 proof. You're at 94, and you're going for sure a 7th.
All right, let's do a little bit more of the Coca-Cola then.
Yeah, do a little more Coke. There you go. Well, that's not as much as I thought it would be. You're just saving some in case we need to do a redo.
Yeah, in case you need to top up. You can always add more.
You can always add more.
Which I guess you could always add more.
That's what we
whiskey,
say
too.
with barrel proof. We should have just done it with barrel proof. We could have used all the Coke.
All right, so in the
Jim Giesler glass.
Jim Giesler Pharmacist glass is the home mix, home brew. We didn't do game day mix, which is just a lot of Jack Daniels and just a splash of Coke.
Okay, so it's
Actually,
it's
bourbon
a
in
ton of
general.
ice in your cup.
Yeah.
Keep pouring Jack Daniels until you see it about an inch off the top.
The bourbon of your choice. You know what I do not recommend for game day mix ever? Rye. Rye is not appropriate
you
for
can't
game
do
day.
that. You'll
No.
lose.
Yeah, you got to
will
go
lose.
Bourbon or Jack Daniels are the appropriate. I would throw in you could use Company. You could use another
Company distilling.
another good Tennessee whiskey.
Are you
that
saying
we
that
believe
because
in.
Jeff Arnett's a part of it?
Yeah. So I'm just saying, for game day mix, that's an appropriate substitute.
Right.
But typically, we're going bourbon on game day.
Okay. Yes. If you go right, you're going to be confused, and your team's going to lose.
Yeah, do not use rye on.
It's not going to work.
Now,
Rittenhouse rye, bottled and bond, so good. I
On
use it for
game
mixers
day?
all the time.
Not a
Don't put
chance.
it in Coke.
Don't gamble with your team's livelihood.
Why
like
do you
that.
want spicy Coke?
You want to? It already has some good spice to it, just the way they make it,
Right. It used to have cocaine in it.
which is spicy.
It's super spicy.
It's spicy. All right, let's. You want to start with the premix, or do you want to start with the homebrew? It's spicy.
Well, let's try our normal. Get acclimated to what we consider a
All right,
jacket.
cheers to the upcoming football season and the 5-star we just flipped from Georgia.
I'm gonna need more details on that. I haven't looked today.
Well, it was last week, so. Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I haven't had a Jack and Coke in a minute.
I would, yeah.
Hey, my ratio was
Dude,
perfect.
It was perfect. And the 94 proof, freaking killer.
Gosh, I'm going to drink this all night. I'm not leaving. I'm spending
And that was like a 1-to-4 ratio or 1-to-3.
I think 1-to-4. I think it was a little bit, I think you're right, because I went up and above with the Coke when you said I poured too much. I do like that this isn't Jack and Cola, because they used to make the Jack and Cola, right?
Yeah.
Like you could
They're
buy
just like, no, man, it's Coke.
But you know what they also
Two of the
offer?
biggest brands in the world.
Yes.
Top 10 brands.
Yeah. And when you add them together,
Coca-Cola used to be like real big, but it's kind of lost a little of its luster.
market share.
It's still there.
They both probably got a little bit of a pop because Lord knows Bud Light's not up in the top 10 anymore.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're thinking and praying for y'all.
Jeez. We're talking about spicy tonight. We're just doing.
Will is
I don't
just
know
like,
where I'm at.
Will's real greasy tonight. He's taking no prisoners.
All right, so
I can't wait until we get to a whiskey that you hate, and then you just get pissed off.
let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, like the ones I've lied about for 6 years.
Well, we do have a corn whiskey sample that we were sent that we'll get to in a little bit.
We haven't had it.
It's 10 years old.
All right, so now this is the Jack Daniels with Coca-Cola. They also have what's it called? Coke Zero edition.
Oh, solid.
Yeah, you can get Coke Zero.
Is the Jack 0 calories?
No, I think
they put in there?
I think there's calories in Jack Daniels.
Okay, so it's not completely like fat free
Well, that's probably fat free.
or calorie free. I need to drink something and have a negative loss of calories.
Celery water. Celery soda.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Here's the deal. Big time swerve on taste difference.
I think they kind of taste very similar, actually. This one's a little sweeter. The premix.
Yeah, and I don't know. Look, if you have Jack and Cokes and you wish it was a little more candified.
Candified.
Yeah, candified.
Yeah.
It tastes more like candy.
I mean, Jack Daniels and Coke taste kind of like candy to me anyways.
Well, I'm just saying that these cans are more like it. Dude, could you imagine just casually grabbing these instead of a Coke and drinking it? It's like getting unsweet tea when you order sweet. That would be a little tricky situation.
You're saying this is like ordering unsweet tea? I'm confused.
I'm going to grab a Coke. Oh, there's a Coke. Whoa! One of those.
Except for it's a good surprise. Because when you think you're drinking sweet tea and you have unsweet tea, that's a bad reaction.
Okay, so you're saying order unsweet and you get sweet?
Yeah.
And you finally
and you're like,
give your life to Jesus?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm okay with this.
Right.
Because you were thinking I'm going to be good with the unsweet. Like, I'm not going to have I'm not going to go into some sort of shock.
You were thinking I'm going to be good.
And then you have a sip and you're like, oh, this was meant to be.
It was.
That's the same thing. If you thought you were having a regular Coke and you're like, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to have Jack Daniels in my Coke right now.
Because I will say
at 10:30. And then you crack that and you go, woo, it was meant to be.
If you were driving down the road in a golf cart, I'm not saying that it's me.
First of all, you're not going down the road. Oh, no, you're saying in your neighborhood.
In my neighborhood.
First of all, you have a suspended license because of that as it is.
No, that's my wife. We're rolling the dice. Like Lauren got pulled over in the golf cart, got a ticket. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
No, but if you were drinking this going down the road, cops would be like, oh,
except for the fact
Coke.
it says Jack Daniels.
Well, you gotta cover that up. Look, Coca-Cola. Like all you gotta
throw
do
it in the koozie.
Yeah, you just gotta. No, you don't want to do koozie. That literally yells, "I'm drinking alcohol."
Oh,
you think somebody's gonna put a freaking Sprite in a koozie?
Yeah. You ever been to my house?
Really?
Everything goes in a koozie, my friend.
Is that for real?
Why not? You want your grubby hands to warm it up your canned beverage quicker?
I typically drink it.
Also, I don't know
relatively quickly.
I don't know
more of this, Jack.
I don't know how many non-alcoholic canned beverages I'm drinking at my house. So,
dude, this will get you hammered.
Which one? Both of them will. Yeah. I think this, man, you throw that in a cooler for the golf course or go to the beach or to the pool because it's not in glass. This is a good last minute pickup.
I'm going to say that our mix, though, is probably 20% alcohol. Or, 20 proof. So it'd be 10%. So probably a little smidge more than the cans. But here's the deal.
7%, though, is pretty high. For that, I was expecting 4.5.
Oh, yeah. No, 7%'s good.
Yeah.
No, it's 4.5. Like, we're going to get grocery stores. No, you got to get these in a liquor store.
Yes. Yeah. And
you have to. Well, in Tennessee, if it's above like 4 or 5%, I can't remember what it was.
Not accurate.
Then it's got to.
You can go buy beer that's above 4 or 5% in a grocery store.
Well, what is the percentage that you can't?
Don't know. I think that used to be the case.
That's why they have the craft beer in.
Right, but they have the craft beer in the grocery stores.
But it's lower. It's lower percentage.
It is not, because now they have wine in the grocery stores too, bud.
I hate lobbyists.
The heck
with you, Total Wine! Get out of our state of Tennessee!
It's not.
Some people don't like Californians coming here. I don't like Total Wine.
All right, that's fair.
Total Wine. We've got the cheapest prices. The other day, they had something like 20% higher than freaking Tarak had at Elixir. He was pissed.
He's a good man.
He is a good man.
Yeah, go see him. Mm-hmm. Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Remember when I blinded him with the Castorium beaver butt?
I remember. Yeah.
He's not supposed to do that.
You weren't supposed to do that.
Well, I didn't know.
You don't know a lot of things, actually.
He needs to wear a shirt that says no beaver butt.
We are a week post this, but the day we're recording this is Casey Bright's birthday.
Yes.
So happy birthday to our buddy Casey. We love him.
Really great guy.
Yeah.
He's persevered more than anybody I know. And he's crushing it. So congratulations, Casey. Happy birthday.
More than
buddy.
anyone you know?
Yeah.
I've done a show with you.
Okay.
Since 2016.
Okay. Well, I'm talking about like outside these walls.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course I see my kids persevere.
You know what the best...
I can't figure out how to poop in the toilet, Dad.
Still having that
baby,
problem.
you're gonna have to buckle down.
You just
On
hold
the
on to
toilet.
the sides. Yeah.
Just tie yourself onto the toilet until you
Grab
actually
down.
do poop.
Woo, man, spicy.
What's spicy?
Well, Jack and Coke.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your poop. I mean, I did. We were on poop, and then you said spicy.
That's a spicy poop a ball.
There's a couple of spices that we throw in there.
Yeah.
Sprinkle it on the toilet paper just to make it real fun.
All right, so I am pleasantly surprised by this. I think
By the can?
Yeah, the canned Jack and Coke is actually pretty good. How much sugar? I mean, I'm sure
There's got
to have that you got to go with the Coke Zero. I feel.
Oh,
like.
wait. They use the. Hang on. Switch to the other side. I thought I saw.
Words.
Yeah. Never mind.
He thought he saw something he didn't. He saw a premium cocktail and he's like, "Oh, does that mean they use the Mexican Coke?"
Yes.
I know exactly.
Well,
what
I thought I saw like cane cane sugar Coke. That's what I thought I saw.
No, it just says Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola remind you to drink responsibly. This does say it's caffeine free.
Oh,
which is a weird flex.
Right. Here's what I don't want on game day.
Yeah, it's not alcohol.
I don't want a sleeping pill, and that's what that is.
Yeah.
You could throw in some Red Bull.
That's a weird flex.
It's a weird, like it's a flex.
Caffeine free, baby.
Y'all wait for this. Boom, caffeine free.
On the bottom, you gotta look for it.
You better suck that thing down to get some of that caffeine that's on the bottom. We put lead with it.
That's when you're like, honey, you want one of these? Like, I can't drink that at night. It has caffeine in it.
Okay.
It'll keep me up all night.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
That's a great reason.
I don't know if that is the reason they did it.
It's 100% the reason.
Who's to say?
They need caffeine.
I can't drink that. It'll keep me up all night. It doesn't, honey. It doesn't have caffeine in it.
In fact, it has sleeping medicine.
It's
called alcohol.
If you want caffeine, you got to put a little Red Bull floater. That would
suck.
That would not.
It would not
well.
be good. It tastes like the
Castorium.
12th grade and
12th grade had Red Bull and Coke. It's a mixer. People thought I was doing Jaeger bombs, but I was being responsible.
Speaking of, I remember.
I kind of want to do that now.
Hang on, are you ready for this? This is great. You're gonna freaking love this. When I was a kid, I was like, we're talking 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah.
I was scared to go to somebody else's and roll their house because I was scared of getting caught.
Yeah.
I
think your mom told this story.
Oh, 100%. And then we were talking about it this past week. I was like, I guess I should just roll my own house. Like I should practice on my own house.
Idiot.
And so I rolled my own yard
For
in
you
the
youngins.
middle of the night.
He was using toilet paper to decorate his home.
Yeah, but I only had like 10 rolls.
Did you have to clean
so
it up?
It looked real crappy. Did I? Yes, I had to clean it up. My parents were like, okay, you're going to have to clean this up.
Did you tell on yourself?
And you know why.
Did you tell on yourself? Or did they just know you did it?
No, I told them. I was like, I rolled our house last night. You see it? Did you roll it? I rolled it. You want to see?
All right. Now, I got to know what the Monday morning conversation was at school. Did you brag to people that you rolled someone's house? Or were you outraged that someone rolled your house?
Well, so it was a buddy. His name was Jeb Jones that rolled it with me. He had a great time because he wasn't going to have to clean it
No
up.
consequences.
No, zero. None. Because if we got caught, it'd be like, sorry, Mom and Dad. And Jeb's just like, I'm out of here. See you, buddy. I honestly think we walked away from the situation and be like, yeah, we probably shouldn't tell anybody about this.
This is embarrassing.
This is pretty wrong.
Yeah.
It's not good. But I don't know if Jeb spilled the beans, though. I don't know. I did not.
Yeah, well, you are now.
Well, yeah, because now it's funny.
One time,
Back then, I loved my cousin.
it was after the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Oh.
And so my buddy's mom would
That's religious.
drive us to roll people's houses, which is questionable parenting. Like,
Some would say that's...
I know, but I feel like she could have gotten in trouble.
We could all get in trouble, Will.
No, but kids, it's one thing.
You could
but
be
if a
sitting
mother,
on your couch watching daggum ESPN and you can get in trouble.
well, what are you doing watching ESPN that's getting you in trouble?
Is that under political scrutiny right now?
I don't know what you're saying. I'm saying, how are you getting in trouble?
My wife walks in, says, "What the hell are you doing? I thought I told you to cut the grass."
Right.
And I was like, "I'm sorry." Okay. She does not say that, by the way. I just need disclaimer.
Get
your butt outside.
So anyhow, it was after Sadie Hawkins' dance. We had a group of us, and we went
In your khaki pants?
in her minivan, and we had a bunch of toilet paper.
This is the most Christian thing I've ever heard.
We had
You're going to a Sadie Hawkins dance
no, it was
in a minivan.
from our school.
I understand. Was it a religious institution?
It's a private school,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is working.
People have Sadie Hawkins dances.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Churches and private schools and homeschools do.
We also had prom and
Let me go ahead and
homecoming
tell
all
you
that.
what's not
we got
happening.
An extra dance where girls asked you.
Oh, well, that's
Fun.
great. Let me go ahead and tell you what's not happening at my kids' elementary school.
I got asked
Sadie
by
Hawkins.
I got asked by a junior, and I was a freshman. It was a pretty big deal. This, of course, it's not happening in your kid's elementary
Dude,
school.
I was a freshman. And
And
there might have been a senior that was a little frisky.
right, but did she take you to a dance?
We danced.
So after the dance, we went to we took these bales of hay
Okay.
from the dance because
Right, because
Sadie
they're not
Hawkins
gonna
always
use-
has a fun theme.
Well, they're not going to use it anymore.
right. So
That's
we
just-
took them with us,
That's
and
just
we
responsibility.
we had a bunch of toilet paper, and we had Saran wrap, and we Saran wrapped the house. So when they tried to open the front door,
Right.
they couldn't.
Okay, so you didn't do the whole house. You just did the front.
No, you wrapped it around the whole house.
Did you go to Costco? How did you have that?
The mom supplied us with it? It was a lot of Saran wrap. Then
It would have to be.
yeah. Then
How big was the house?
I mean, it was a normal Florida ranch.
A ranch?
Well, it's Florida, buddy. We didn't have a lot of
an extra
two-story
floor on
institutions.
top, it would have been less area that you have to cover with the saran wrap.
This is accurate. We still did it, and it worked well.
Okay.
We did the toilet paper as per usual, and then we scattered the hay all over the front lawn.
Okay. No,
Which is just a mess, just disgusting.
well, you missed an opportunity to throw down birdseed like we used to do.
Well, we accidentally
Just get a
killed
bunch of squirrels and birds in their yard, just taking dumps everywhere.
their lawn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Hay? You're supposed to put out hay when you throw down some seed.
Well, we didn't throw down seed, and we covered the lawn, and I think they
So
left
it was
it a
super
little
thick.
It's thick, and it's Florida, and it was hot, and I think they didn't get it up right away, and it killed the lawn. And some of the toilet paper may have fallen into the pool and got sucked up by their little vacuum machine and burnt out the motor on that. So we did some damage, but that was on my friend's mom.
Right, because she basically chaperoned it.
Yeah, we're like, she took us.
She manifested it
we
in
said
a way.
all we were doing. We're children.
Yeah.
What do we know?
We're freaking minors. The
Yeah.
only one going to jail here is you.
The what were some of the like obnoxious things, like Post-it noting a car? You ever do that?
No.
Take a bunch of Post-it notes and cover the car with it.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I've seen this
it
on
takes
TikTok.
forever to get off because you have to pull each one off. It also takes forever to put them on. So then what's the other thing that fork in the yard?
Oh yeah, you got a fork.
Yeah,
we did
that's
that.
a
We
pain in
actually
the
did
butt.
that at the Greenway at our high school. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was too expensive.
I do think it checks out that you rolled your own house, and you also thought your senior prank was when you would open a classroom, shut off the light, and yell "senior prank."
Oh, yeah.
You're not good at that. Also checks out why you had the dumbest prank ever at Whiskey Weekend, and you thought it was the greatest thing ever.
It was hilarious.
You're like, we did a prank and we filmed it, except for you just filmed your reaction to your own prank.
Well, because we were incognito. We had witnesses.
It was not incognito
Character
when
witnesses.
someone walks in and goes,
Well, yeah.
leaves an empty bottle on, takes a bottle, and
Well, it
walks
took
out.
y'all a while to figure it out.
No, we're like, okay.
Look, in high
The more
school,
the merrier.
I was bored. I would be walking down the hall because I rarely went to class.
Yeah.
And I would walk into classes and turn out the light and yell, senior break, and then leave.
Were you a senior? Or did you do this prior?
Yeah, no. I mean,
Funnier
I had
if you were a
credentials.
junior. If you were a junior doing that, funnier.
no, junior year is best characterized as the year
The lost year.
that my buddy Ty got into a monster truck tire and rolled down a hill that's probably 200 feet.
Is that
And
the same hill that you wrote hell on?
No, that's a different hill. It was a different hill.
Yeah, it was hell for
That's
him.
a different hail, man. We got multiple hails. It depends on how bad you are.
Monster truck tire down a hillside is painful.
Oh yeah, no. He almost he was
Died.
he was not in good shape when he got down to the bottom of the hill because it
He
was
was a well-rounded
very,
individual.
It's a very long hill, and then it hits our track down there, and he bounced like this, and he was like 180 pounds inside a huge tire, and it's bouncing like
Yeah,
there's
'cause
nothing
it's-
inside it.
It's not balanced.
Okay,
Because it's going, whoom,
that's fair. He had marks all up him.
yeah, he could have died.
Just freaking rubber burns. Anyway, what are we talking about? Whiskey. Are we talking about whiskey?
Yeah, we just drank a whole thing of things.
Well, I know. I'm just saying I want to drink more.
Whoa, you down the regular one. The color
Yeah, there's a
comparison,
lot of whiskey.
They look perfectly.
They do
similar.
look good.
Yeah.
They do look good as far as
I say buy. I'm for the pre-mixed Jack and Coke.
how much are they for four?
Okay, so I bought. This was like $2 because I bought it at the liquor store,
Okay.
the Coca-Cola
Yeah.
20 ouncer. So I think I spent $14. Take 2 off that. That's 12 plus you subtract tax. It was probably $9.99 is what I'm guessing. So $10 for 4, $2.50 a pop. That's not bad. That's worth it. If you're grabbing that and going to the pool, 7%.
The 7% is probably what takes it above and beyond for me.
Also, the fact that there's something in this.
I wish it was like 9 because then I feel like it's almost like a value pour.
I don't think they mean it to be value, Grease. I think they want you to enjoy.
Well, I'm just saying if you get a 12-pack of beer, if you're looking for alcohol content.
Yeah, but see, I'm comparing
Versus
this
price.
to a craft beer, not one of your phony baloney
It's,
lagers.
okay, compared to a craft beer, it's very sweet. It's in the pocket. I don't have any issues
I'd rather
with this
drink
at
that
all.
than a seltzer.
I was trying to figure out, like, if you're just wanting to get tipsy,
That's not
you'd
what
go
I
and
was
get
saying.
Mick Ultra.
No. Not if you're outside. You have to drink 1,000 of those.
Oh, that's
You literally have to drink 1,000 in this heat.
yeah. I wish it came in a sixer.
I do wish it came in a sixer. Maybe
$2
even
a piece.
A 12 pack.
$2 a can. Yes.
Yeah.
That's an automatic buy
See,
for me.
this isn't a value pour for me. This is 2 giant brands collabing. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
I would drink this over a seltzer. I was afraid it was going to have like a chemically taste.
I mean,
And it
there's
doesn't.
like
Like some of those ranch
it's
waters and
definitely
stuff
different
just
than the others.
aren't. It's not like really made with tequila. It's made with like agave syrup and like grain neutral spirit or something. And those have such a weird chemical preservative gross taste. I mean, there are some of those ranch waters that are real good, but these taste like a Jack and Coke. It tastes like it's meant to taste, and a lot of times these premixed things don't. This is kind of gross.
Here's where you should pick this up. This is when you should pick
At the liquor store, yeah, that's where you should pick it up.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if you don't want to go and buy a whole bottle of Jack and buy Coke separately, but you're just like, you know what? I want a couple of Jack and Cokes.
Yeah.
You can go grab this and you'll save money.
It's just not an experiment in saving money, though.
Yes, to me it is because I
No.
can make my own.
No, but here's the other problem is that you can pick this up. It's already cold and it's in cans. If it's at your house and you're going to like the pool, You're not taking the bottle of Jack and you're not taking a 2-liter. You're going to have to pre-mix it. You have to have it in a canister. If you're having it in your like tumbler or something, you have to go refill it once you go out. This, you have them ready to go. You can put it in the cooler and keep them cold. You're not going to lose temperature by being out in the 1,000 degrees that it is in the American South right now.
Degrees?
Yeah, there's 1,000 of you, and it's frightening.
I was trying to find my big flask, my big tall flask.
Yeah, I think you left it somewhere.
Where?
At Whiskey Weekend.
Oh, shoot. Or was it stolen? Because that's a thing.
Well, a lot of times you leave things and they get picked up by other people.
Yeah, stolen.
And so it's a hybrid situation. Mm-hmm. They are indeed
stolen.
Taken.
Yeah.
But you are also...
I'm just saying you could... That's a good. That's a good.
This is my favorite thing.
Example.
You sit here with this background behind us, and you say things like, "I'm looking to save a little money." It's like, well, maybe if you had have only gotten 4 of those Kentucky Owl single batches.
Okay, well that was. You can't get mad at irresponsible.
I'm not.
Decisions.
I'm just trying to say
early in things.
It falls flat when you're trying to say, "I'm trying to save a couple pennies." Also, Jack Daniel's number 7's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
What was it, $30?
And it's only 80 proof.
I know. It's tough. It's not tough. It's
also, you just mixed Jack Daniel's single barrel, which is like $50 with Coke. So I love that you're looking out for the little guy, but
so do you think we could get 4 out of this?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
but could you get 16?
Oh, 5 times 4, 20.
Yeah.
Nope. You couldn't do 20 because that was 2 ounces. Oh, well. Nope. You can't do 20, 25 ounces.
Right.
You could do 12.
This may be saving some money.
It might be. Especially when you use freaking single barrel Jack for Jack and Cokes. Right. I mean, we've never done it before, but today seemed right.
Yeah, we've done like George T. Stagg and stuff before.
Well, E.H. Taylor Single Barrel won our Jack and Coke off back in the day.
Yeah, I've made Willet Old Fashions before.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
What happened? Why'd you get quiet?
Well, I mean, you just made a generalized statement saying that I've made cocktails with Willet before.
Right. It's like saying using like a higher end thing to make a cocktail.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. It was on message.
Do you remember when we were going to make old fashions out of George T. Stagg at Whiskey Weekend, and everybody basically told me like people were revolt?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was a thing.
It was a dark period.
Don Norman brought 2 George T. Staggs that year and just poured it for everybody.
Right. It was wonderful.
It was wonderful.
It was a really good time. That was our kickoff pour.
That was that batch 2? It was batch 2.
Yeah.
That was batch 2.
Yeah. The finale at Beaumont Inn.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you, man.
Do you normally lie to me?
I mean, those whiskey weekends legit changed our life.
For better and for worse.
Both.
Yeah.
Both. You can appreciate both.
Oh. Dark side of the moon, baby. I don't know where we're going. Hey, you want to go to the 15? We got this sample.
I know where I'm going.
I feel like we're sassified.
I believe in Jesus.
All right. Do you want to go to the 15?
I would love to.
All right.
Let's drink some more. Let's do this.
Hit the music.
Hit the music.
You're so bad at this.
Hit the music.
All right. Oh, he had a bit way too much of the Jack and Coke.
Let's do this. I'm gonna shoot this other one.
I think you're gonna like it. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
I think we should put my trophy right there.
Okay.
It's a cruise ship.
Another thing to be out of focus. Okay. Well, you can do it. I don't care.
No, I mean, I'm not doing it.
What's that?
Barrel proof fried Jack Daniels.
Which one?
We already have big bottles of it. You don't need to worry about it.
No, but is that the...
That's the batch. That's what they sent us to review.
Single barrel bourbon. Was that the special release?
No, this is what they just sent us recently and saying this is the batch that's going out. They're different proofs.
I have zero recollect. We didn't drink that on the show, right?
100% we did.
No.
There's no way we drank that much and we didn't have it on the show.
I don't think I've had that.
Well, I do believe you
more
more than myself.
You shared it with people. I think I remember having the 10-year and the 12-year.
Jack, yeah.
I don't remember having that.
I'm pretty sure we did it.
Fibonacci.
Go ahead and shoot this.
Not a chance.
I'm leaving them over here because this is a lesson learned. Is this Pappy 15? If Pappy 15, by the way, if you put it in a mason jar with the metal lid on it, it will turn. So this is a very PSA situation, and y'all need to understand, do not put your whiskey in mason jars with lids. That's all I'm saying.
Let's go!
We're back from the 15, Will, and somebody always says... Some say we've never left.
All right, what do we got?
We've got this 99% corn whiskey from Old Hickory Hermitage Reserve, which is kind of sort of confusing, and here's why. Number one, this is distilled in Indiana, okay?
Yeah,
at MGP. It's bottled in Ohio. However, they're using Old Hickory Hermitage Reserve, which is a direct nod to the Tennessee culture and Thomas Jefferson. Or what's his name? 7 years ago. General Lee.
Andrew Jackson.
I knew somebody.
Nothing. You knew nothing.
I mean, I knew it was an old guy from the government.
Yeah. I mean, Old Hickory Bourbon is definitely, or Old Hickory Whiskey, Old Hickory Bourbon is definitely a Tennessee brand, but they just are sourcing it from Indiana and using the bottling services out of Ohio. As you do.
As you do. Yeah. So here's the deal. I'm running into this not feeling like I'm going to have some good things to say.
So
it's 10 years old though.
Yeah. Okay. So this is,
which is normal from MGP freaking corn whiskey because nobody really buys.
So it's 117 proof. Is that what it says?
117 proof, yeah.
The majority of the whiskey is 13 years old, but the youngest, I guess, is 10. So it's minimum 10 years old. This says it has okay, you're going to love the tasting notes.
Okay.
Intriguing aromas of vanilla bean, banana brioche, marmalade, and sweet corn brulee with an essence of sandalwood. It is graceful on the palate, featuring flavors of caramel corn, toffee, orange zest with a hint of cocoa.
There's no way there's that many tasting notes of corn whiskey.
All gently wrapped.
There's no way, Will.
Warm, subtle notes of oak. The extended aging lengthens the taste profile and results in an incredibly smooth, approachable, barrel-proof whiskey matured in 18-year-old ex-bourbon barrels.
Y'all can go and follow them at Old Hickory Bourbon on Instagram. I would highly recommend it. Here's the deal. They're putting themselves out there. I like that. I like that a brand says, you know what? Let's make something.
Yeah.
Let's do something.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't make it. They didn't bottle it. However, they're selling it. So I appreciate them selling
but I mean, they did something. I mean, I think that they Old Hickory
sourced barrels and had it bottled at another facility and then had it sent down here, and we're going to put Tennessee verbiage all over it?
Oh, did they blend it? Are you going to now start saying someone can't take bottles or barrels?
Did they blend it? Well,
yes.
I know that there's...
Yes! And they have a master blender.
Is it a small batch? Barrel-proof small batch? Because I wouldn't necessarily say that's a blend. I would say that they have 13-year-old through 10-year-old whiskey, and they were like, we need to make this more centralized product, consistent product, and they mesh it all together.
No, they blended it to create something different. I mean, I don't think you can start judging. I don't think you're allowed. I don't think you're allowed to start judging it before you know anything about it, other than saying, I don't think that they blended it. They just threw barrels together.
I say stuff all the time.
Right, but they have a master blender, and if anything, you should be all on board with blending.
Well, by the color
You
of
used to
this,
call
I
yourself a
question
master blender.
master blender for sure. This just looks like everybody got in a huddle and urinated.
So I'm glad that they sent us a sample. Just last one we're ever getting. Maybe from anyone.
Well, we've got this 25-year-old Stitzel-Weller bourbon that we're not sending you. Dadgummit.
Yeah, it's 99% corn. The barrel's pretty.
Okay, out of the bottle, it doesn't smell terrible. It does not. It looks like Chardonnay. This looks like
double gold.
Would you like some Prosecco?
It's corn whiskey.
I know what it is, Will.
I know what it is, Will.
I mean, still, it's
double gold.
Smells a little hot. Need some air.
You smell.
Smells like
I think it smells good.
I didn't say it didn't smell good. In fact, I said it smells pretty good out of the bottle.
It smells especially non-blended.
God, let me go into small bag blended. Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely sweet.
It's a small bitch. It's a small batch.
Come again?
That they said they blended. I'm calling it out right now. There's no way that they blended this.
What do you mean a small batch that they say they
took
blended?
a bunch of barrels and threw it in there, like, we blended it.
I don't.
What do you think you do with a Vitamix? You throw whatever you want in there.
Those are not mutually exclusive terms. Small batch.
They
and
don't
blended,
understand what the terms
gotta
mean.
Be two different things. You don't understand what the terms mean.
I know what small batch versus blending is.
No, I don't think you do.
Small batch.
A blend. You're saying a blend is not a small batch. You're saying a blend.
A blend is a small batch,
right?
So I'm just saying it's not they didn't blend. All I'm saying is I don't think they blended anything. I think they batched it.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I don't think anybody here smelled this.
Do you think, so any other small batch whiskey, you think they literally just throw crap in a barrel and don't quality control it and try to get a consistent profile?
It's quality controlled, but
that's
it's
blended
crap quality.
Really?
It's god awful. Tell me Elijah Craig small batch is better than anything else. Anything. I would take.
You think Buffalo Trace is good?
Yes.
Okay, that's a small batch.
I understand.
Or actually, that's a large batch.
It's a very large.
But you don't think that someone's blending it?
No, they're not.
Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I think they throw a bunch of crap in a vat and then they taste it. That's what's happening. That's how
they add they add to it to get into a consistent profile.
100%.
That's blending.
It's not really blending.
That's 100% blending.
It's fake blending. It's
You're
fake blending. It's fake blending.
You're fake. You do no.
What was fake earlier that we were talking about? Food.
Red Snapper.
But the small batches to Red Snapper as single barrel is to like.
I have to pat you on the back for that one.
A baseball.
I
don't know.
That was a solid callback. That was a solid callback. Except for you couldn't land the plane on it.
Oh, I've landed the plane.
You did not land the plane.
3 kids to prove it.
No. No, that means that you I almost said the terrible thing.
What did you say? You almost said, can you say it?
That means you crashed early. I'll tell you later.
I typically crash her.
I was going to say ejected, but another word
we
came
understand.
out.
We understand, Will. We understand. All right, we need to try this, and then we need to pump it. Because will it pump? I'd be interested.
It smells creamy.
It does.
It smells vanilla-y. It smells like someone took great care in blending this.
Let me go ahead and tell you what it does not taste like or smell like. Banana brioche.
I don't think you know what that is.
It's a banana. It's a brioche bun that's glazed in banana.
Like banana French toast.
Well, they should have said banana French toast then, not brioche. Stupid. Marmalade and sweet corn brulee. Okay, well, sweet corn. Okay, I'm done reading.
Do you know how much it cost?
I have no idea. Does it say it on that list? Let's just say it's going to be $40.
That's good. That is a ton of flavor.
Stop it.
That is good.
Stop it.
All right, you can say what you want. This is coming home with me because you've already spit upon their grave. The price is going to be the determining factor for me, but that tastes really good.
Okay. Here's the deal. This brilliant company sourced from Indiana, bottled it in Ohio, and said, hold my beer. We're bringing this crap to Tennessee because it's actually pretty good. I don't understand this.
All right, I got to see.
I do not understand.
I have to see how much
it's got to be the age, right? It's got to be the age.
It's a buy. It's $65.
Yeah,
$65. That's a buy. I was thinking it was going to be 90. I was going to say pass.
I was getting excited because I was going to hate on something.
I know you were trying real hard to hate.
I can't hate this.
That tastes. Really
I can't hate it, and it's upsetting me. I was going to say pisses me off, but I didn't want to say pisses.
You already said hell and all sorts of other things.
Well, hell's the thing. That's a noun.
You said, what the hell are you doing?
Well, that's a verb.
No, that's still a noun. The hell. Grammar is not your strong suit.
It's not. Dude, I'll be the first one to tell you.
If you said, I'm going hell you, that's
you make me write the descriptions for this thing, and I'm like, I don't know.
I've given up.
Will agrees, have a good time. We talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You don't write nothing. You put it in some program.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's a mistake.
I don't. You can't just say,
I do.
Write me a description for.
I do.
Jack and Coke. By the way, when you type in the podcast on these things that help you generate crap, let me go ahead and tell you what they don't understand. They've never seen an episode of the podcast. 100%.
Yeah.
So there's holes in Chat GPT.
Well, I'll tell you what. So I put out this week's episode today. I want to read for you what it wrote for me because it was pretty good. Yeah, because it had some.
Well, why don't you send me this stuff? Because
I used
process
to
the audio.
No, I didn't. You said it's not very good.
No, it is.
No, you said.
I've literally used it every time, but I have to. You have to take certain things and put them in certain places and then massage them.
All right. So in today's episode, we have a thrilling trip report that will take you on an adventure filled with fishing escapades, delectable cocktails, and intriguing stories from around the world. Will and Gree share their exciting experiences on fishing trips, from witnessing cannibalistic behavior among fish to the discovery of a red snapper with an unexpected surprise inside its head. Our hosts have fishing expeditions like no other. But that's not all. We also delve into a moment of amusement and intelligence as a smart dolphin joined our host's boat and showcased its extraordinary skills. Join us as we uncover the details of this thrilling fishing trip, explore the world of whiskey, and even encounter some intriguing stories from Habersham. So sit back, pour yourself a glass of your favorite whiskey, and get ready to embark on a journey packed with excitement and unexpected surprises in this episode of The Podcask, a podcast about whiskey.
Okay, so
let's dive in.
So the program you're using pulls in the audio and then generates that.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, well, I need that.
I used to do it for you, and you said, "Nah, it's not very good."
No, it is. It's a starting point, Will.
Right. Actually, that was an ending point. I tweaked 2 words.
2 words? That was it?
Yep.
Did it use a bad word?
No.
Okay, so you weren't censoring it?
No, it just said, like, we start off talking about bass spawning season. I'm like, we don't really.
Well, I mean, I don't put it past us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we did say, man, after they spawn.
I wonder if that program just like, these guys were all over the place. I have no idea.
I'm just going to start throwing stuff. But I mean, it was mostly right. Like when you break down what we talked about for that, like for any show, really, when a program analyzes what we say and you read it in a paragraph form, you're like, man, we say some dumb things. And it says it as though we just, this is the world that we live in.
Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm cool with AI.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know, I don't think it's taking my job.
Used to say.
Dude, do you know that they're hiring like for $1 million a year, like AI experts?
I'm going to need to check your facts on that.
It's 100% true. There was a $900,000 job opening for AI specialist.
Was it to create AI programs?
It was integration.
Right.
Basically, they're paying you to replace 20 executives that make $300,000 or more.
Nope,
they
are not paying to replace the executives.
No, that's okay.
They are not doing that.
That's fair, Will.
They are paying to replace the 300 other jobs.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Why are we paying somebody on our social media when this guy named Will on the podcast said it'll just write it for you?
It did.
It did.
Yeah. I love the
I love that it analyzes the audio. That's great. Like that puts it in context.
It also then it gave me like the actual points, like at 324, 12 days, father-in-law's boat, huge red grouper.
We need to put that on the YouTube channel.
I'm aware.
Why don't you just send me this?
Well, because I'll tell you the difference.
I love that we're having a meeting right now.
It's fine. It's the only time we can do it.
It's the only time we allot.
I would have to then... I can do it for that, but you have to edit it earlier because and it has to be up as a hidden video because I then need to run the YouTube thing through it.
Easy. Because
then it'll give me the direct time code.
So you're just basically saying I needed to move from private to unlisted.
Well,
then you do it.
Yes, but also not like an hour before.
That's a lot of work.
Well, no, it's 2 days earlier probably for you.
So you're saying I need to get this crap done like Wednesday?
No, because didn't you just do it today?
I always do it today.
Yeah, I'm not saying Wednesday.
No, I'll do it Wednesday. So then we can get the stuff early.
I know, but today is Monday.
I understand.
I'm saying you don't have to do it Wednesday, but like by Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be aggressive here.
Yeah, I don't want you up in my face.
I'm not.
I know.
I'm to your side.
You got some good thighs.
Right-hand man.
Left-hand man. I'm a lefty.
No,
I'm righty. I'm a righty.
Like, that's not true.
Yeah, I'm a righty.
All right, buy-bar pass on the Old Hickory Hermitage
Guys,
Reserve.
I'm going to be confusingly honest with everybody. I mean, this is the most confused I've ever been. I mean, guys, like, if you receive a bottle like this and it says what it says, you're not in a position to be like, this is going to be...
You'd been workshopping in your head how to crap on this for hours.
I was
very excited.
Like, we received this and I'm not looking forward to it. You know what I'm looking forward to?
Finishing it.
Shooting this.
It's stupid good.
It is.
Hey, thank you, Old Hickory, for sending us your Hermitage Reserve.
Very maple.
We are very proud to drink it, and I apologize for my colleague's behavior at the front where he said that there's no way it's blended, there's no way stupid was used, some other buffoonery was said.
Buffoonery?
But I apologize on his behalf, and thank you for sending the sample, and cheers.
Is a buffoon a monkey?
Everyone keeps sending us samples. One day, he's going to really hit it when it's crap.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to land on it.
Well, that Dickel Ballin and Bond, that...
The 13-year?
13-year.
That was hot garbage.
It tasted like sour multivitamin. It was awful. This is way better.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this is the B-tack of corn whiskey. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Well, yes.
Yeah. This is, if you want a corn whiskey, 99% corn. Now, here's a cool little thing.
It does say established in 1868.
Okay, well, that's way more than 10 years old.
That's not accurate. That can't be. I think they are just maybe alluding to maybe that.
Well, no, they could have rehashed. They could have rehashed an old brand.
Well, did Andrew Jackson maybe have a still on property?
He for sure had a still on property.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been to his house. I mean, it wasn't there when I went, but I mean, I'm for sure.
I also doubt you paid attention.
It's kind of like, you know.
All right, folks, thank you so much for watching and playing along at home. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
Make sure your numbers are correct and you actually did get a bingo. Matt Madness.
Thank you, friends in Qatar, for listening. Maybe don't Google Andrew Jackson. Throwing that out there, but It's good whiskey.
I mean,
Happy
he
Tennessee.
he was a man of his time. That's
Sure. Yeah. But if you're like, who are they talking about?
you're talking about Cutter. Cutter,
Yes,
look.
yeah, I wasn't. Everybody knows who Andrew Jackson
Cutter,
was.
save
except
your
for maybe
time.
our non-American listeners.
Dude, Cutter needs to save their time because if they look that up, they're going to get anxious, and you're going to need Cymbalta.
And thank you for listening on the podcast streams. And go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah, we
and
do
rate and
appreciate
review
you,
us. And
Cutter.
that's all. We don't know Jack.
But hang on. But we'll drink it legally.